Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am so excited to show you guys this little cutie that I've been using as my on-the-go planner slash wallet. And I just love everything about it. I love touching the leather, just holding it, smelling it. I'm just obsessed, and I love how chunky it is. It actually was a little bit chunkier before. I'll talk about that. And yeah, I just love how it feels in my hand. So I've been really obsessed with this. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna come on here and finally show you guys this. So I started really needing an on-the-go type planner when I started going back to work recently, and now I've been going back into the office about twice a week. So I'm really in and out from home and from the office throughout the week. So I wanted something that I could take with me that was consistent. You guys know that I am also now using a Hobonichi Cousin, so that's definitely more of an at-home on my desk planner because it's quite big. And so on the days when I'm going to the office, or if I'm looking at my dailies, or I have reference information that I want to look at, it's really nice that I can just reference this little guy, and I'm really excited with the setup. Okay, so first talking about the cover, this is a traveler's notebook in the passport size, and it is the blue color. I never thought I would like blue. I thought I would be a black or more a traditional camel brown girl, but I love this blue cover. So I actually had one in standard size, and I loved it. And so I thought I would pick it up in the passport size. It was also kind of influenced by Lizzie Scribbles, who got one recently. And I saw that she used Renopur, this leather balm on it, to make it a bit of a even richer blue, and just to protect the leather. And it just is so pretty. So I did the same thing. I'll link everything down below, anything that I talk about in this video, or if you're looking for a leather balm or the planner or whatever, I'll link everything down in the description box as always. So yeah, that's what it looks like, and I'm just in love. Okay, so I'll go through each of the inserts. Right now I have 4 inserts plus a wallet insert in here. And actually previously I was keeping this in here just as an idea for anybody who wants to add in a little notebook at the back. These are little pocket-sized notebooks. This one is just a Moleskine Weekly, and they fit great just tucked in the back like that, especially if you want a chunky little on-the-go planner. Isn't that so cute? And it's so chunky. I don't know, I just love it. I know some of us just love chunky planners, and this is just a great little set. So let's go through the inserts now. So the first thing that I have on here is actually not in the strings. It's clipped on this front cover with a cloth and paper ollie clip. Now I didn't think, because I don't use ollie clips that often to be honest, but I didn't think ollie clips were so strong that it could clip a whole notebook and keep it sturdy and steady in place, but it is perfect. How cute is that? So let me take this notebook out. So I made this little notebook. Now, one of the reasons why I didn't love Traveler's Notebook in the past is because the layout options, there's just not that many layout options, right? There's the traditional grid notebooks, or you can get a couple of those the weekly, the dailies, but they're very standard and there's not that many options. And I know I own an Etsy shop, and I should have just created them on my own. But I was a little bit lazy because it is a bit more difficult to make them into a notebook style, because you have to make sure all the pages make sense in a book form, which is a little bit different from just standard inserts. But anyways, I stopped being lazy, and I started making some of the inserts in Passport TN size so that I could use them. Selfishly, I finally made them in the Passport TN size. Okay, so yeah, this first one is actually my GTD notebook, and I'll go through each of the pages, but it's housed in this little clear passport cover. I actually got it from AliExpress, and I'll link it down below. Like I said, I think you can get them on Amazon as well, but obviously cheaper on AliExpress, and it's so nice. So it is just to fit a passport cover, an actual passport, but it fits passport notebooks perfectly, obviously, because they're the same size. And the cover of my notebook I made is black, and so I just put some journaling cards from EO Edits, and I think this is Maria Plans on here, and how cute does that look? I don't know, I just love it. So like I said, this is my GTD notebook, so it's just my GTD bundle, but in Passport TN size, and it's a true notebook style. So it has all of the layouts in this notebook form. And yeah, and then it has like a couple of these to-do lists at the back kind of thing. So I've been loving this, and I especially love it as a separate notebook because, for example, I'm going to jump ahead here, but one of my notebooks in here is a daily notebook, right? It's an undated daily notebook. And if I'm, working on my daily and I want to reference something, or maybe I want to move something over to my brain dump or my inbox, I'd like to have this separately so that I can reference it easily like this, right? I don't love it when it's like stacked together. If I had this on strings or something and I had to flip back and forth like this, don't love that. I like having this outside so that even if I'm working on my Hobonichi cousin, for example, I can reference this as well because it's just like a little separate notebook. Does that make sense? And hopefully you guys can see this okay because I'm in front of a window and it seems a bit overexposed on the screen. But anyway, so that's this first little notebook and I'm really, really loving that. Oh, and somebody was asking me what these are. I think these are called like page darts. Again, I'll link them down below. They're really nice as little bookmarks. I don't know, they're so cute. Anyways, I will link that if you don't know what those are. And those are great in your Hobonichi cousins and stuff too, or any kind of notebook really. So that's the first one. Then my second notebook here is what I call a yearly notebook. And I definitely got this idea from Lindsay Scribbles. If you guys have obviously seen her setups, I'm sure everybody knows Lindsay Scribbles in the planner community. She has her TN set up with kind of like this yearly book concept at the front and then her quarterly books behind so that she doesn't have to migrate all of the things that she needs for the year between each of the books. And I just thought that was like such a smart idea. So it's like, oh, I'm going to do that. But instead of just like a blank notebook, again, I cannot be bothered to draw out the monthlies because I just never think it looks good. Like I try to use as little of my writing as possible because I just like don't love my writing, I have to say. I'm working on it, but I don't love it. So I always like when there's kind of, some sort of insert layout already there for me. And like I said before, like Traveler's Company and whatever, there's just not a lot of options. So I made this, which is the yearly notebook. And what it has is first it has a month on 2 page. It's undated so that you can use it, over and over again, but it's undated. But it has a month on 2 page, which I think is the perfect size so that it's actually functional and there's actually enough space to like write things in instead of, like a month on 1 page where it's like super tiny and you can't fit anything. So I like that. And it just has the 12 months in here. These are Midori index clips, by the way. I can link those as well. So it has all 12 months of the year. So if you want to do your pre-planning or just have your yearly calendar like with you, so you have all your plans on the go, I could put it all in here, which is what I've been doing. And I really like that. And then behind here, I have a section for my collections. So it has an index and it goes up to 25 pages because I have 25 blank pages behind here that are all numbered. If it would focus, it says on the corner here. And so, yeah, so if there's any collections that I know I'm going to be referencing throughout the whole year that I'll need to add to, I'm going to put them here and then I'll have a designated page for each of these. Isn't that nice? And I should say that I made this grid size a little bit bigger just because I am in the Hobonichi cousin right now. And it's just kind of wanting to match a little bit more. So I put these at 3.5 grid space instead of my usual 2.5. If you guys are interested, I mean, it's linked below in the shop, but just so you know. Oh, and for those of you guys who do want to make your own, little booklets, I really like rounding out the edges because I just think it gives it a really polished and professional look, like you purchased it, instead of you just hacked it and made it yourself. And my favorite corner rounder for this is called the Kodomoru, I think, Kodomoru Pro. Again, I'll link it down below. It has 3 settings and I use the small curve and that's what it looks like. And it just looks so nice. See? I don't know. I think it looks really polished. So that's my second book. Again, housed in one of those clear passport covers. And then my third one here is my daily pages. So like I said, I am taking this to the office with me on the days that I go into the office. And these are undated dailies. So on the days that I'm home, I'll use my Hobonichi cousin and use those daily pages. But on the days that I'm going into the office, I will use one of these. And because they're undated, I can just use it whenever and there's no pressure. I love these because I like to have a little schedule to kind of like time block my day. But then I like having a space for just random notes, and because this is small, I'll take it to meetings with me and make notes as I go, and it's like just this little notebook that sits in the background, and then kind of like a little area for tasks. So this is my ideal daily layout, and again, I wouldn't have been able to find these really in the standard Midori inserts that are available today. So I'm really happy I finally decided to make these. Okay, so then those are the inserts. Oh, actually I have one more, but here is my wallet insert next. And this is actually just a Moterm one. I haven't been in Traveler's Notebooks long enough to be able to like splurge on the actual Traveler's Company wallet inserts. And I think these Moterm ones work great. I find the zipper, I'm sure it's not as smooth as Traveler's Company, but I've had no problems. I store all of my credit cards in here, and I love the passport size for storing cards because it just like fits it perfectly pretty much. Whereas if you had like a standard size, it's annoying because your cards kind of fall to the bottom and then the top part is like empty. The bottom part has all these cards and it's all uneven and super annoying. You know what I mean? Anyway, so I'm loving that, and they have them in a bunch of different colors. If I have any cash, which I usually don't carry, I'll just put it in this little pocket here, or receipts or whatever. So this little insert here, this is just a pencil board that I got from AliExpress, and I just stuck on one of these pen holders, and so I will just obviously put my pen. I usually just like clip the pen in because I'm too lazy to stick it in, and then I just like to have it kind of sticking in like that as a pen holder. I hate the Traveler's Company like leather clip-on ones. I don't like that it dents my cover, and I don't like how it slides on and off when you like pull a pen through it. So I hate those. Anyways, that's why I have it on there. So this insert in here is actually a little travel planner insert. It's my little bundle that I finally made into passport size. So I'm really excited because I do have a trip coming up. And so I love these because I'm obviously going to be taking this with me when I travel. It's the perfect size. It just, fits in your bag so nicely. So basically in here, it's everything related to one trip. So I would have one of these little booklets for each of my trips. And I just like love that idea. Because then I could like have a whole binder of trips and it would have all the details of my trips in the future if I keep doing this, which I really love. And previously I was actually already doing some journaling in a passport size notebook. You might have seen it if you've seen some of my videos that I did when I was in Punta Cana earlier this year. And so, yeah, they'd be so nice if they were all together. And what it has in here, I don't want to show you all the pages because some of them are filled out, but it has like information about, the accommodations, the transportation, even here like activities that I'll be doing, restaurants that I want to go to, trip checklist. It has like, what I should be packing, and it gives the pre-made pack list for family and kids. And what else? Budgeting information, like literally everything you can think of, or everything that I could have thought of for a trip is in this little notebook. If there's anything that I need to reference when I'm on the trip, I'll have this really handy with me. So I just put that within the wallet insert. But of course, once I'm back from my trip, I'll just, take that out, obviously. And then when I take it out, I will before I had this like weekly in here, but I don't really need it anymore. So I took this out. So now if I put anything in the back here, it's usually like a little passport size notebook. This one's actually a pocket size. But a lot of shops are making these now. Yeah, so then I would just have that in the back without the travel insert, and it would just chunk it up a little bit. And if I have any other notes that don't fit in one of these inserts, I could put it in the back in the little notebook. And it's just everything that I need. And the other thing I just wanted to say was, I don't know if you guys liked the viewing angle of this video. Please let me know down below. I actually did the setup because I was really lazy and I didn't want to pull out my like huge, big stand-up tripod. So this is on a teeny tiny tripod on my desk, just propped up. But I thought you guys might like the closer up view. Let me know, because it is much easier for me. If you guys are okay with this, I will just film more videos like this. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to see some more of my TN videos, I'll link them right over here. Otherwise, let me know what else you guys want to see, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!